Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting BillKeyz Wednesday commentary. Let's do this. Hello everyone, BillKeyz here. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that I think is very, very funny. I'm going to give you guys a situation. We are at Halloween. And we were Power Rangers. My son gets to pick what we're going to dress up for Halloween. Honestly, he gets to pick. He's picked the last 3 years. We was pirates, superheroes, and this year we were Power Rangers. Now, I do love the Power Rangers. I am the Blue Ranger from the original Mighty Morphin series. My name is Billy, so his name is Billy. So I kind of liked him. Plus, he's a smart guy. Just like my Ninja Turtles, I like Donatello. Smart guy. I'm sorry to laugh. I do apologize. But so we're trick-or-treating, walking down the street. A kid turns. He turns, he looks, he goes, "Is that the Power Ranger from the 80s?" And I had an old moment. For people who are maybe my age or have old moments. And we're not old. We're like in the middle of the pack. Does that make sense? Like before the wedding? I'm only 35 years old, so... And he's like, "Is that the Power Rangers from the..." When he said that, I was like, oh man, you little... Oh man, I don't want to curse, but I was mad at first, and then I was like, I shouldn't be upset because Power Rangers are still relevant. Just like the Ninja Turtles, they're still relevant. So we're kind of glad that they stick around and my son knows what they are. Does that make sense? Like, there's new cartoons that come out, but, they're still making a Power Rangers movie. They made a Ninja Turtles movie. They made so many things that we can do. But the whole point of that is being old. Please, in the comments, let me know if you had an old moment in your life, like even with your own kids or another kid or someone that you talked to before. Or I've had a few, but it's crazy because like I coach basketball and some of these kids are only born in they're born in the 2000s. They're young, and I remember the 90s. I remember barely remember the 80s. I'm a 90s child. I was born in the 80s, but I remember the 90s. Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Spider-Man cartoons, X-Men cartoons, things like that. Now, the Power Rangers were at the end of my life cycle, like my teenage years. They were right on the verge of where we're about to become too cool and we're moving on to something else, kind of thing. So overall, though, I usually don't have too many old moments. But when I grow my beard out and things like that, I'm very high energy. So some people think I'm older than I am. Some people think I'm younger than I am. I really, my wife, it looks very young. So, and she's the same age as me. So it's really a struggle to kind of be like, they're like, "Is that your daughter?" No, I've had that happen before where the lady thought that I was her father, which is another story in its time, which is really, really crazy. But so if you had old moments, the cool thing is I don't get carded or nothing anymore, so I can like buy alcohol and buy whatever. I don't have to worry about that anymore. They don't even attempt to card me. I don't think I've been carded once in my life. Of course, I really didn't start buying alcohol until I was past the age of 30. So, really don't have to worry about too much, But that's one of those things that I just wonder. I wonder, like, when I'm going to get... I don't think I'll ever be old, Like, I'll always... Just like video games, I'll always play video games. I think I'm always going to make these videos. My opinion changes, and I believe that as you get older, you change. Like I had a kid, my whole outlook of life changed. It changed. It's just the way it was. But I think I acted more like a kid now than when I was younger because I had to grow up really fast. I had a lot of things in my life. I'm not trying to put my woes on nobody. Don't get me wrong, but that's one of those things. I don't really know where that lies of being old, being young. Just like I coach basketball and I tell these kids I play video games. They're like, if they saw my room, they would probably freak out because I have more video games. I have video games since before they were born. And they're like, well, you play Minecraft? You play Call of Duty? Yeah, I play video games. I mean, it's okay. I'm not like an old hubbub thing. But I'm glad we live in a world now where video games are relevant. Like, there's more nerds now, unfortunately, than jocks. It's hard to really. There is no demographic like that. When I was young, playing video games was like, oh wow, it was like you were just an outcast. That's really weird to say that. I just remember it being like that. You know, we kind of played video games and we hid it from people because I could, you know, like, oh, that's totally different. You know what I mean? Of course, nerds become people's bosses back then, but it's very, very interesting situation. So if you're a 90s kid, everybody raise up in the comments and let's say what some of the things you remember from the 90s. Now, I did a video about the 90s, but this is kind of a different situation. But raise up 90s kids. Don't necessarily have to be born in the 90s. You have to be at least, 6 from 90. You know what I mean? You got to remember Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, things like that. So good old being old, everybody. It's come a long way. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Damn, we're old.
We'll see.
Remember, first we need to see what's going on. Try to overhear their conversation, will you?
We've got a casualty.
Enemy must be nearby.
Lieutenant driven.
Hello everyone. Thank you guys for watching another BillKeyz Wednesday commentary. And don't forget, there's a playlist for all different types of games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Call of Duty, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and Overwatch. Those are the main games I've been playing. And don't forget, there's also a Patreon. So if you'd like to contribute to that, thank you very much. And like I always say, my name is BillKeyz, and you guys out there have a great and wonderful day.